Now we are.
Oh,
That big, you see that big "You Are Live" in the middle. That's what tells you we're real professional here. As we
okay.
hold on by a fucking thread of dental floss. I also wonder, like, that beginning of the end, are people thinking like this is like
it?
where the podcast is gonna fizzle out? Like, I mean, but it really is more of like once the firecracker hits, then all of a sudden you got the state tournament. So I don't know. At least up here, fucking Florida boy now. You'll be playing all year, but
I don't get to play.
well, because you fucking deliver mail.
Are you the mailman now officially? Is that your new nickname?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you tell him about our paternity test that showed up last week?
No.
Oh, I
forgot about that.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I totally took it the wrong way.
So I was delivering mail the other day, and I was in like an apartment complex, not a nice area, and I saw it said Ryan Snyder on it, and like the top of it was like a paternity test.
Department of Social Services, and I'm like, I don't know if anyone listens to this, but I was like, definitely got our names mixed up because I don't live in Florida, and yeah, we'll just leave it there.
We gotta have a little Maury fucking segment here.
It was hilarious.
Holy shit.
I laughed at first, and I was like, wait, what? What the hell's going on here? But then I was like, oh, it's another Ryan Snyder in Florida. And Mike should deliver in the mail.
There may be a little bit of that might be a common name that some may say.
Yeah.
Ryan Snyder, known a couple.
It's crazy. Like when I'm delivering mail, there's so many Snyders in this town. It's
really?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that common.
I didn't think it was either until I started delivering mail out here. It's like, holy Christ.
Well, I mean, I got
a row on my route. They're definitely rich as fuck.
Cool, fucking
massive house.
Let's fucking community. Save some shit.
Yeah.
Let's introduce, and I'll just I'll pretend I'm a long lost relative coming out of the woodwork. I'll visit Florida. Maybe they have a nice house somewhere I can just take over for them.
Huge house.
I love that. Last time we got Mike Snyder here, one of our jumping in. We got the Snyder brothers, and then Newton from Proaxion, the MVP, is going to be joining us later tonight. He has some grocery shopping to do.
Oh,
we may not even make it to 8:45, so hopefully he gets there.
8:45 would be. If I'm here at 8:45, you guys held me too long.
Well, I may I don't know if the edibles will kick in by then or not, but I've got a Manhattan, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. I'm out of those, so I'm going to be sober tonight.
Oh, that's not fun. Yeah. Have you been watching the Gold Zone on for the Olympics?
No, I haven't watched any Olympics besides like some women's judo that was on at work, and that was about the extent of my Olympics so far.
I can't get into the judo. It just it looks like you're wrestling, or it's just like a whole. You're hugging, trying to go to the ground.
Yeah,
it's like when you're drunk fighting with your buddy.
And it's like that kind of looks like it. And it's like the women that were doing it. It's like you kind of like maybe wish that maybe part of their gi would come off, but these aren't the type you want to see. But
yeah. I didn't know there was 3-on-3 basketball. Like that is it new?
Oh, yes, in the Tokyo Olympics was new. It's also not called 3-on-3 for fuck's sakes. No? It's called 3x3. That's all they fucking been saying on the goddamn channel. And we're going to take it to 3x3. I'm like, fuck, like that is not fucking smooth at all. Fucking Christ. The Serbs beat the Americans, and then the German women were up on the U.S., which is going to be a potential upset. But they did this thing this year on Peacock called Gold Zone. And essentially, they're taking it like Red Zone, except for the Olympics. It is fucking awesome.
Really? I just canceled my Peacock. I might have to get it for the next couple of weeks then.
I mean, I don't know if it's that awesome. If you have it, go for it.
We're panning out to the final high dive of the night, and if he hits it, he wins the medal. Is that how it goes?
It's exactly it. So like they'll jump into a fencing, like I saw a fencing bronze and gold medal, because it's cool. Because like I like watching the weird sports, like the different. I love handball is the best fucking sport out there. Mm-hmm. But I love seeing like the medal the finalists for the medals of like, we see the swimming, the gymnastics on the prime time. These you get to see all the different ones. Like I watched air rifle the other morning at 8 o'clock in the morning.
We had was a girl from my town who's in the skateboarding, teenage girl. Yeah, she made to the finals.
No shit.
Yeah. There's signs up all over town. I guess when she comes back, they're doing like a big parade and everything.
Yeah, I'll make sure not to be there.
Connecticut's loaded with Olympians, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through the list because I don't know it off the top of my head, but there are Drury, right? Is he still there?
Yeah.
Or is that Little League?
Yeah.
I love the Olympics. So, handball. Let's get into that. Have you watched this at all?
No, we used to play it all the time in high school intramurals. Like the best, like it was like the best circuit. I always remember loving playing that.
I want to know how this sport hasn't caught on in the States. Like it's football, lacrosse, basketball, hockey, like everything combined into one, and 50, 60 goals a game is common.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like an intramural sport. Like if you're not, you're just hitting that up.
Yeah, I tell you what, when I was over in Germany, I got to see a game live, and it's wild live. Those guys make like millions. Like they make the top players over there, like in Germany, and they're not the top league. They're a good country, but not like Denmark or Netherlands and over there in Scandinavia. They're making $1 million.
Good for them.
Not a bad little living. So
no, a lot of softball players make.
You sure about that?
Well, some, I guess really, really good ones.
All right, let's get her going. I don't have it. I don't have the energy for the ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it is the end. Welcome to Bring It. We got the Snyder brothers on here tonight. Coco and D are not going to be able to make it. We got Ryan and Mike Snyder joining us here. We're going to have Brandon Newton, the MVP from the Firecracker, joining us later this evening as well, once he gets back from a Publix or a Safeway or whatever's out west. And he'll be on later tonight. So, Mailman, what's happening, baby? What you drinking?
I got a Gatorade. I've been trying to hydrate, man. Work's been long, hot. But supposedly I have tomorrow and Thursday off. I don't know how.
Tomorrow and Thursday?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to be working Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah. I'm at, I think I'm working too many hours. I think I'm at like 64 hours already this week. So I think they're getting yelled at.
When do you, when's your work week start? Sunday?
Saturday.
Really? So you go Saturday to Friday?
Yeah.
And you're at 64. Fuck that,
Something like that, yeah. A bunch of 12 and 13-hour days.
So Crystal and the kids just don't love not seeing you anymore?
Well, the kids are actually in North Carolina right now. Crystal's going to pick them up in the morning. But probably,
nice.
Crystal probably loves it.
I'm sure she does. And Ryan Snyder. Ryan, welcome back. The last time you were on here, you and Mike were watching a Rangers game on your couch.
Yeah, we were doing the Challenge Cup reveal or whatever the hell that was, and then I was into the hockey game. Probably the Rangers probably broke my heart again that game, but that's the last time I was here. I think the first and only time I've been on here.
Probably.
Yeah.
We go through spurts of bringing on guests, and right now we're in a lull.
I'm a washed up person, so it's like I don't have much to offer anymore these days.
I mean, I hear you struggle to get picked up by teams. Like I get it. Like it's hard for you.
Yeah.
You get tagged once and the video goes viral and nobody wants you anymore.
Which one was that?
Is that the one in Cincy?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a while ago, but yeah, that was cool. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, did you see the one? Where was? I mean, obviously you saw it, but where Travis and Farmer?
Oh yeah, the Smoky
crushed. Got smoked.
You could hear him moan when he got hit.
Yeah, and you want to know the crazy thing about that? He knew it was coming. Yeah. He was backing up. He was doing everything he could to get out of the way, and it still blasted him. And he is a very good fielder up the middle. So for that ball to hit him square like that, it must have been smoked.
And Farmer almost, I mean, I don't know if almost is the right word because it tagged him good, but he had his glove going in the right direction.
Yep. It's just, yeah. I mean, I was lucky enough one time to snag a Bradley Jones liner that was going by my ear. Total luck. But he has that swing that it looks like he's going to cut it down the third baseline and it's by your head. It's just, I don't even know how he does it.
I don't call him the bad man for nothing.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, exactly. And he don't give a damn either.
No, he was at first
He
and just
he
enjoyed
hit,
it.
he hit someone in like a
Yeah,
pickup tournament
like
last year.
like purposely, like he was like, yeah, he shouldn't be playing then. Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah. I was like, my man. Yep.
He should have. Was the pitcher running his mouth?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't remember. but-
I don't think so. I don't think there was any like sort of like backstory to it. I think he just wanted to tee off on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck that, man.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't. That's a. We talk about these conference guys, especially at the major level, and the bats they're swinging and how the ball's coming off it. Bradley Jones is
It's terrifying and really not fun.
Well,
So-
what the fuck? Like, what the fuck got you onto the mound with those guys anyway?
I don't know. Like I've always been pretty good at like pitching, and then I had shoulder surgery, so I kind of like had to figure something out the way to stay in there, and then I like backed up a few times for like RDD with Verb, and then I backed up Danny Evans, and I just continued to be decent at it, and then I pitched a little bit with MPT, decent at it, then Verb. I've just always been decent at it enough, and then like the one year when I was in SNI, I don't know, I just always pitched. It was weird. Like it was the best I've never pitched that good before, and then I haven't pitched that as good since. So it's just one of those fluke years, and it keeps you in the game. And it's in a weird way. I like it, especially when you win. Like I could say I pitched against the best and beat them. Like it's a nice thing to be able to say. I played on some good teams, so that helped. But yeah, it was the kind of way to stay at that upper level because my arm didn't keep me there, and my defense at times was,
Suspect.
had a hard time. Yeah, but I'm probably better at second base now than I've ever been. But
Well, because you have like 30 extra feet, 40 extra feet.
yeah, right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but
in turf.
that was turf has saved a lot of lives out there, not just mine, but even Mike. Look at Mike. Mike plays infield. Isn't that insane? Yeah, you're probably a better fielder on turf too. J-Ro, no?
Me?
Yeah, you play first base, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I miss dirt. To be honest, I like the dirt better. But I mean, I also am not playing at that fucking conference level.
Yeah.
So like, when you're playing higher, each level you go, the more turf is better and better for the obvious reasons. You're not dealing with, if I'm taking a bad hop, I'm seeing, maybe handful of guys throughout a tournament and a D tournament hit a ball that's hit.
Yeah.
C tournament, you're looking at a considerable number of guys. You get being above.
Yeah.
A lot of those balls are coming off, 100, 90.
Yeah. Ole in it. Yeah.
J-Ro, we won a game in Texas in, what was it, 18, Ryan? 19 with 9 guys.
You won a tournament or a
No,
game?
game. We had to finish the game the last 2 innings with 9 guys.
Yeah. Playing a 4-man.
Playing a 4-man.
Guess who was pitching? Harvey, Branch, Riley, Purcell.
In the mud.
Huh?
In the mud, too. It was awful.
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck that.
We won though.
Yeah, they had no homers left, too. So it was
They're blowing them out.
No homers. You got Ryan on the mound in a 4-man.
Yep. For 2 innings, and we
It
won.
was almost to the point where like you let a guy get on first, so I was playing first, so you can slide over and play second. So you still almost playing a 5-man, but it was dangerous.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fucking fun. Like it sounds bad enough being a pit. Like I look at pitchers. I think pitchers are the same way when you're with the bat speed. The higher it goes, the less you have up between the ears.
Yeah.
Goalies, I always thought were nuts.
You're a goalie, right?
No, I never played. I'm not that fucking idiotic. I think pitchers are the stupidest. Like the fact that you guys get on the mound and stand there with some of this shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I was I saw Steele last year hit Verb above the knee at Piff, and that was the closest I've been when I'd seen a ball jump off a bat and tag a pitcher. And Jesus fuck.
You know when it's the worst though is when you're in league and you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
I would rather pitch league not paying attention, to be honest. Yeah.
That's when you're gonna get zapped.
Yeah.
You're out there not paying attention, and this fucking banker who doesn't know what he's doing hits you off the forehead because
Yeah.
you're not paying attention.
Well, that's the funny thing in league, right? Like, so I guess it depends on, like, even at first or when I'm playing the other side at third, like, I'll come off the line if it's a tournament guy. If it's just a guy that plays ball at league and doesn't play on the weekends, I'm pretty much staying home because they're just swinging.
Yeah.
It's a much different game. Anyway, so Snide, Ryan.
Yeah.
Snides, both of them are going to answer. What did you guys play last? Firecracker.
Yep.
Who are you with?
So I picked up
CLA?
with the CLA team just because I wanted to. I love playing that tournament, and obviously things that happened with Empire wasn't able to play, and there weren't many B teams going, so I asked them about a month ago, but their roster was full, and then like 2 days before they had like 4 guys drop. So I'm friends with Pudge and Cody Shoop, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to play?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I want to play." So picked up. I did well. So they gave me their schedule, but unfortunately I can only make Worlds, but I think they're gonna keep me for Worlds, so I might just go to Worlds with them because I have like over 40. Then I have a One Nation tournament, and they have tournaments those same weekends, so I can't, bag the people I already committed to.
Right.
So,
That is that's all tournament at the major, the Bay Area major. Cody Shoop.
Yes, and listen, I told Cody the other day. I said, "Dude, I had no idea you could hit like that." I said, "I'd never seen you play before." I was like, he rips the ball.
Oh,
like, terrifying.
Before we got a letter last year.
Yeah,
I was doing a bunch of his games. I forget who he was playing with last year. Either which way.
Yeah.
I think I saw him make one out.
Yeah.
In games.
Yeah.
Like the kid, like he fucking hits.
Oh yeah, I had no idea.
Uh-huh.
So I thought he was like me to his brother. Like his brother Dylan's like. I felt like I was Cody. He was like me. But he can hit. He can hit a little bit.
How's our boy Pudge doing?
Great, one of the best guys ever. Hilarious. Always fun to play against and with. Now it's my first time I played with him. So
okay,
great guy. The whole team was actually great. Their coach is great. So
their shortstop was nasty.
Yeah, he's going to be an up and coming hitter. He absolutely crushes the ball. Like,
who's that?
To be honest, like. I don't even. If I knew his name, I wouldn't say it because I don't even want to like put. I want him to just like stay low down. Yeah, but he's a smasher, so he'll be around for a while. Yeah,
those Maryland. We've been following a lot of those Maryland boys for a while. Just with like Chad Kendrick, he was down there and promoting us. A bunch of those Maryland guys used to promote us, so got watching them a lot, which is good.
Yeah, I've been friendly with Chad for like 6-7 years now. He plays on my buy sell trade page. We got to know him through there. So, and Anthony Demiri helps him sponsor teams. So Chad's one of the best guys.
He's awesome. He's a great one. Actually, I wear my fish head hat all over the place. Yeah. And Snides, Mailman, what's going on with you guys? Fair enough.
I checked the release.
So we just
half your team's gone again.
Yeah, we just released 3 more guys. I think we're trying to get dropped to B.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard anything, but that doesn't do anything for me because I can't play softball during the week. So B Worlds is out for me. So
yeah,
I mean
that starts on a Tuesday, Mike.
Something like that.
Yeah,
it was like Tuesday to Thursday, Tuesday to Wednesday last year.
Yeah,
that is tough, right?
It is.
That's a week off from work.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're just a shitty B player. You get screwed, You can't even play on the weekends.
I haven't played a real tournament since the duel, so I know it is what it is.
That's fucking months ago.
April, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ, my man.
I played one pickup tournament last month.
Mm-hmm.
I played a couple 1 pitches, and that's about. I haven't played league since May 9th.
Dude, I'm surprised you're not shaking right now, like going through withdrawals. Like
Yeah.
this is not what I envisioned happening to you when you went to Florida. I thought
I
you would
haven't even,
be in your own trailer by now, just hitting BP every night.
I
That's what
haven't
I
even,
thought was going to happen.
I hit BP once since I've moved here.
He'd
Yeah.
find a spot right behind a buffet and just hit BP, go to
Yeah.
the buffet, and call it a night.
Dude, he'll have his own Netflix fucking series, the softball fucking mobile man, mailman. Yeah.
Maybe in a year I'll be able to get back into it.
Here's a question for you guys. We have, a lot of the state tournaments were starting up this past weekend after the Firecracker. It's you always forget how quick those come right after the Firecracker, right? It's right away.
Yeah.
We got nationals, regionals, whatever you want to call them, coming up towards the middle to end of August. I was looking around. I saw some of the pictures posted, and what do you guys think about picking up guys for your team for a tournament like that? I know pickups happen, and I know your stance on Mailman, but especially for a tournament like that.
I mean, Ben just played with the Whalers, and they won. Ben Nichols, he's our leadoff middle infielder.
And this is Houston, Mike?
Yeah. There's no rules anymore. Like, it's crazy. I mean,
I don't know what your guys' opinions are, but mine is that that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be able to. So he's going to go back to your team?
Yeah, July. Remember, it used to be July 1st. You were frozen. Your rosters were frozen. You couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that might benefit you on that weekend where you can pick up a player, but then he leaves. Like, that's not your real team. So, and it probably pisses people off that have been there the whole year. I'm not for that.
And listen, I get there are prior commitments. I know you have to play in it to go to Worlds. So I understand.
Allegedly.
Yeah. If it's provided, you have to go. Supposedly, I'm sure there's ways, but in prior commitments, and I know teams can be light, but I saw a handful of teams, and I'm saying, Jesus Christ, like you're picking up guys that you're going to be playing against in Worlds because they're in a different state and they're going to play in your state tournament. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I think this is the first weekend I didn't see Follow on a new team, though. Right? Well, he wasn't playing, was he?
I didn't see him in a picture. I'm
Okay.
sure he was playing somewhere. Follow can't take a fucking weekend off.
Yeah,
But
but
go ahead.
that's something that like maybe should be looked at. Like maybe should be policed more. I don't know. I didn't even know that's something that could happen until you guys just told me, to be honest.
Gerald, do you see someone post about like, I think now August 1st, if you're on an upper team, you could be stuck at that upper level?
I saw that.
Uh-huh.
I would say that's probably, I would say, because I saw that post, I would say it's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it happened to a handful of guys. It happens to a handful of guys and girls every year where they'll go to Worlds with a team and all of a sudden they get bumped and now they're bumped too and they're crying. Well, it's like, well,
yeah.
The fuck did you expect to happen? Like, you're just going to Florida to hang out? Like, if you're just going to Florida to hang out, go play Worlds and hang out. Don't pick a team that could potentially win the whole fucking thing or finish in the top 10. Like, pick a team. If you want to go to Florida and you're just going to pick a team with some good dudes that are probably going to go 1-2, 2-2. And then you get a lot of time around the bar, the pool, the beach, whatever you want. You get a little sunshine on your ass and you can call it a day.
Yeah.
And especially now at the lower level where you're getting that elite tag.
Yeah, what is it? Is it E gets the elite tag or every level that gets bumped?
I know E gets the elite tag because it happened to a couple guys I know.
And D too. I know D to C gets the elite tag.
Yeah. That's tough for some D guys. Like, I'm looking at that and some of these D guys, if they get bumped. But it's the same thing with the E guys. But I will tell you, from what I've heard this year especially, at the E level, it's been the best division that it has been since, all these new rules started coming into play.
Yeah, because you don't have those fucking sandbagging D guys who've been doing that shit for years, or the E teams, no offense, Cookies, that have been playing fucking E for 8 years. They can't play E anymore. And if they do, they can only have 3 guys on that team. But the elite, you can't even play E, right?
You can't play E. You can't drop down. Like, and that's what I like it. And that's like, I was looking at some of these E brackets from up here, and I don't know a fucking team.
Mhm.
I don't know what the hell's going on. But the umpires I've been talking to, they're saying it is awesome. They're
Well, it's
saying
league,
it's great.
it's league teams. That's what
Mhm.
E was supposed to be like.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Then like the guys that do well, they kind of merge together, figure it out, and then form a D team type stuff. Keep moving up if you can.
So E should be, right? Like there's
Yeah.
a team up here last year. Fat Man Mingaville. Yeah, they had some guys that were older, but still very good. But they had either like 43 and over or 21 and under. So you had a lot of like guys playing with their dads or their friends, like, and I'm like, I get that you had some pretty good players that were ranked D, but I'm like, that's a fucking good way to get a lot of new people into the sport where that's been a struggle.
Yeah. That's how me and Mike started. We started in E with a bunch of older guys that we played league with, and they're like, hey, come play tournaments with us. And we're like, yeah, awesome, we're in. So we had a mixture of older guys and us, and then, you know, as we progressed, they were getting older, we were getting, you know, better, and they were all, you know, it was a little bit of a hard breakup at first, but it worked out, you know, and they all watched us, you know, move up, and I play over 40 with some of them now, and it's been like a full circle type thing. It's been almost 20 years, almost 17 years, 18 years. Yeah.
You know what the nice thing is though, when you guys are, you know, you're the young guys coming up and the older guys are there, they typically will buy all the beer. You know, they'll show up with all the beer and food and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
1,000,000%. I didn't have $20 to spend on beer back in the day. Yeah.
Still don't.
That's why I didn't have a drink in my hand. Question for you: with Worlds coming up, are you going to be gracing the complex with your presence?
Probably not, to be honest with you.
Damn.
I was. A lot of it falls on me, to be honest with you. After the duel,
okay. Yeah.
Things just kind of were going, and then as I'm listening to my baby girl cry in the background,
yeah,
priorities have shifted a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And that's fine.
Yeah, you know, it'd be a conversation with Amanda. You know, I think one trip down to Florida is going to be a stretch.
Yeah.
Multiples would probably be tough unless she came with. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's fair enough. I've been in that position many times, and that's always more important.
Yeah, you know, well, you know, I mean, you're both fathers, and I've said it on here, like once that baby girl was born, like, man, my life, you know, the life change, that feeling you have, and you know, I've wanted a family my whole life, so now that I got one, I'm like, I'm 40 fucking 3. I'm an old fat fuck.
But I'll give you some. So when my kids were born, obviously I was traveling a lot still, and my wife was, you know, bearing the brunt of that. But then about 2 years in, she was like, hey, you know, I need you home. Like, you've been doing it. I said, absolutely. I was like, I'll slow down. Like, and I started coaching, but now my kids are getting to be 5 or 7. They're like more manageable. So now she's a little bit more, okay, you can go off a little bit more because it's just easier. So it gets easier, if that's any hope for you to get back, you know, in the swing of things. Yeah.
Oh, sounds fucking great, man.
I golfed 18 holes today. First time in my life. Where did I play?
Yeah.
New Britain. What's it? Stanley Quarter Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was golfing 9, but we went 18, and I think I shot a 104.
Not bad. Not bad for the first 18.
Yeah, but it was a good time. I don't really like golf. It's more like just hanging out with my buddies, which I don't get to see ever. You know, like we're in a big text chain, so. But it is nice to get out and see them and play a little fucking golf, I guess.
Did you go to Costco after?
I'm not, like I said, I don't have the money for that. That's a fucking yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play a ton when I was in hockey.
Yeah.
Because I'd have the summers off. So I'd play league ball. I'd play 18 to 36 holes a day, and I'd be at the pool. Like I was a 6-year-old when I was in hockey this summer. It was fucking awesome. I miss those days.
Sounds like it.
It's crazy. 2 of the golf courses on my route, they're literally redoing. It's amazing to see them redo the golf course.
Like, it's a wild experience.
It's crazy. Like they literally flip. I think they started in April. One of them's already done. Greens, pits, everything completely done.
That'd be
I
a
was
fun
hoping to run into Arnie. That's his home course.
Yeah.
He works there, I think. You know Arnie, right?
No,
J-Ro?
no.
You don't
No.
know Arnie?
He runs the firecracker at the Plex every year.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He tossed. We go way back, both of us with Arnie. Like when we first started playing, but he tossed Mike out of the firecracker the other day. So I was gonna catch up with him on that.
I've heard conflicting stories about why he was tossed, whether Mike was right or not.
I mean, I think Mike was right. So I always my analogy to that was someone over there is bleeding from a gunshot wound. No one saw it. Does that mean he didn't get shot? Like he got shot.
Very
the
good
bat
point.
was broken. Something happened. So I can't even hear the other side of the argument because the way I presented it right there, I don't see how there could be any other way to, come to a conclusion how the bat broke. Someone broke it.
Well, it was. I just wish I was there to see Snides get a little silly and get tossed.
Mike didn't let it go. It wasn't really a big deal. I would say not that big of a deal. Make your point and then head off. But nope, Mike got his money's worth. So I was laughing my ass off. It was fucking hilarious.
Hey, if you're gonna get tossed, might as well get your money's worth.
100%.
Speaking of getting your money's worth, we got a Legacy is putting on a draft style slow pitch softball tournament Sunday, August 18th in Hudson, New Hampshire. It is $45 per player. There's going to be a home run derby, which is going to be $40 to enter. So basically, if you win, you're going to get an entry fee reimbursement, $100 cash, and a mystery prize.
And a bat.
Think of some of those mystery prizes.
Did they fill this up? Do you know?
They have a lot of people.
Okay.
I don't know the total number, but the draft will be held live here next week. This is the last week to register. So head on over. They have a Google form. I'll put it in the chat here. Reach out to any of the women on Legacy if you want to go there, but they're looking to cover some expenses going down to Worlds. And I think this is a pretty fun way to do it too.
Yeah, even though they all hate me because of my stance on softball, I'll still donate the bat for them.
I mean, that's one way to get back in their halfway good graces. They'll like you, but still hate you.
J-Ro, send me the info on that, and I'll post it on my pages. And
you got it.
Give me whoever's running its name. I'll tag her in it or him, whoever, and I'll try to get some other people into it.
Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just looking at it. It's probably they probably hit their 40. They're probably 45, 50. I bet maybe 60 people right now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be, and they've got women from looks like all over northern New England, some Connecticut, down in Rhode Island and Mass as well. So awesome to see. Really cool. That'll be a fun one. That'll be a fun tournament. I think.
Are you guys going to it, J-Ro? Trying to?
The 18th, I'm trying to go. I just need to talk with Amanda. This one shouldn't be hard. It's right down the road, and we'll dust off the old pipes again. Well, and that's the thing, Ryan. I wanted to come down the Firecracker, but I wanted to go to the PIF. I was planning on going to the PIF to broadcast. We got to it, and a week prior, some stuff was going on here where it wasn't the right time. And then when I found out that it rained all day Saturday night, shit was pushed back. I was so glad I didn't go. Yeah. But
worst live stream in the history of live streams.
I heard it was really fucking.
Yeah, I watched it for 3 at bats, and I was waiting for angles to change, and I was yeah, I'm out.
You couldn't even see who was hitting. Couldn't. It was bad. It didn't make any sense. The women's live stream was perfect. The men's was the men's was terrible.
I watched an inning maybe
for women,
and it was because they had one view towards home, and then they had another view of left field in the corner.
Yeah.
Must be a Canadian thing.
They were going back behind home last year.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'd like to. I mean, I miss being at the field and calling games. But
Did you
that was where the fun was.
did you catch any of the border battle?
No.
It was good.
It was my birthday on Friday. My sister and her kids and husband were up here, so I was playing Uncle Funkle and hanging out. It was awesome.
It was good. If Oklahoma's going to do that kind of broadcasting for the A and B, it's really, really good.
Really,
like how did Vandersloot do?
He did really good. He did good. He did really good.
That's good.
Yeah, because we had a couple people from around here. We had Vandy.
Yeah.
Which I saw him all over Facebook in some pictures too, just from the event. And then Alyssa Derrick, the Gazelle, as well.
Yeah, she did really good too.
Yeah, she's a fucking ball player.
Yeah.
I think the most I saw was just from people that I knew about, and just saw them kind of in my feed with pictures, but I didn't spend 2 seconds watching.
Our Canadian Anarchy pro, Hunter Platten, fucking killed it. He hit 850, 7 homers. Yeah, he was by far.
Don't matter. Had to wear a helmet.
Yeah, he was by far superior. Like he was really, really
Canceled.
good.
That fucking post that Anarchy put out today was awesome.
It was hilarious. Oh man.
This is what I got to think about. I know, like, a couple guys got hit in the head, and one died in Canada over like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And that's why they all have to wear helmets.
Okay.
Does it really fucking matter?
I mean, I feel like that's like a fluke thing.
Right.
You know, so it's like you're kind of, I'm not saying punishing, but, you know, you're kind of like overkill, you know? But
I got hit
not
in
my
the
country,
side.
not my problem.
I got hit in the side of the head in league one time.
Yeah.
And the umpire told me I got hit in the head on purpose.
It got called out. It was fucking great.
Yeah, he called me out.
I actually wrote that in my player thing when DW interviewed me. They're like, what's the funniest thing you ever seen on a softball field? And that was it. The guy was like, you're out. You tried to get hit by the ball. Hit him square in the fucking side of the head. Game-winning run, too, in a fall league. It's like 25 degrees out.
That fucking hurts.
Oh.
It was fucking – not his head, though. He's still here, so I mean. But
Jesus.
Best shit I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of funny-ass shit.
And he didn't throw – I swore at him and called him every name in the book.
Yeah.
And he didn't throw me out.
Nope. Yeah.
That is crazy that he called you out for trying to get in the way to use your head.
Yeah.
Without a helmet.
Oh,
on a fucking ball thrown in from left field, a rocket.
Yeah.
It was like tagged him at the perfect
So it was either run into the catcher or try and avoid the catcher, and I got hit right in the head.
Yeah.
That maybe that's why you're at buffets so fucking much, because you lost something out. Are you into buffets as much as your brother, Ryan?
No.
Good.
No, like this guy can. I don't know how he's not 700 pounds. It's unbelievable. Like he's always him and my father like can eat whatever they want, and skinny, scrawny. I'm not saying he's scrawny, but he should be. He should be
my size.
He should be 500 pounds. Wakes up, brushes his teeth with Mountain Dew, has a sausage, egg, and cheese from the gas station. Like it's just sickening. Yeah. So like, yeah. But he'll catch up to him. I'm sure he's going to be that guy playing over 65 softball that's just fat as hell and fucking hitting bombs, drinking Mountain Dew on his way back to the dugout.
It's going to catch up to you one day. I don't know what day that's going to be, but geez, mine started about as soon as I stopped moving. It just like, I don't even have to eat. It just starts growing. Also, I think COVID, drinking, 12 to 30 of anything a day didn't help.
Well, you guys used to get after it on this podcast. You guys were drinking like fucking savages.
That was part of it. And then I think something happened where I was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't get this drunk because some of the shit I'm saying on here is a little much. But, oh, boy. Once we had the kid, that changed everything, right?
It's been tame for about 6 months now. You've kept your shirt on. There's no robe, no music. Like it's been like an adult, like a PG-13 show.
It all went with the live streaming. It all went away with the live streaming. That's what it was. Because during the live streams, I'd just sit here and my desk to the right of me would just be filled with empties by the end of it. Like, I mean, we'd be here on a Tuesday night for an hour and a half and I'd have 10 killed next to me. Now it's just kind of like, hey,
Yeah.
Dustin and Coco drinking water. Snides doesn't drink a fucking thing. So then I'm just sitting here by myself and waiting for an intervention to happen.
Fucking Dustin, man, he looks good.
I saw him last night.
That was my first time seeing him at the Cracker.
Yeah. What did I call him? Minshew. Fucking Minshew.
Gardner Minshew, yeah.
Yeah, Gardner's fucking skinny now. If he was on here, I didn't know that he can. I didn't know he can hit like that. I always remember him as if I'm thinking of the right person, because I'm so bad with like remembering people. But I always thought he was like a slap hitter, like a typical pitcher. But yeah, he can whack it.
Oh yeah, he hits it all right. He sure as fuck does.
He's the only guy who liked the 14-inch balanced bat too.
Yeah, that makes sense because I was busting his balls a little bit about their jerseys, their uniforms. He's like, "No, these are sweet." I'm like, "All right, dude." That makes sense though. If he likes that bat and he likes those jerseys, and he's a pitcher, so he's got that oddness to him.
I don't hate the color combo. The purple and the yellow. I don't hate that.
I like the pennies. I like their pennies, but those yellow pants with the purple and I don't know, that was loud. That was an E-team right there. That was an E-team jersey. That was like that's like my first year, like Boomba style. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those things there's something. Like I want to like them, but the pennies are their best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him come on the live stream one time. I checked out because A-Rod streams the beat games. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I go, shit, that's Dustin. Again, last night, he was walking to his car. I was pulling in. I go, who the fuck is Umpin? Turns around. I'm like, fuck, that's Dustin. Like, the guy's like, I'd fuck him. Like, straight up.
All right, I'm going to be walking down the stairs. My son's about to go to bed, so I'm in his room.
Oh.
But I'll be back down in a second.
Sounds good. No, but yeah, he put in that work in the winter, and it shows. But no, I know he's been playing well. He hits well. And that's the fun thing. I always like when I would get around fields, Dustin gets around, and people are like, well, fuck. People that don't know us, they're like, oh, you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, well, yeah, like we're just not voices on here. The only person that doesn't play anymore is fucking Coco, and
he was getting his coach on now, I'll tell you that.
I saw him pinch run one time.
That dude was pacing around the turf like someone owed him fucking meth or something.
Yeah, he's a little anxious.
Yeah. That's all right. They made a good run.
Oh, I found this out the other day. This was probably a month ago now, and Amanda got a little bout of anxiety, and she's like, "Oh, I just got real anxious about this and the other." I was like, "What do you mean I go, "You don't live with that every fucking day?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "That's a daily fucking occurrence in this body." She's like, "Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you?" Oh, no.
J-Ro, pineapple or peach? What do you like better?
Go with the pineapple. The peach is the last of the last one to go.
Okay, I got you.
What are you going with? Noons?
In honor of you, these are my favorite things. Well,
Nooner, little nooner.
Yeah.
You know what I had today that was really, really good? I had to try it. I went to get some vitamin waters and some Gatorades. Mango Pepsi.
What?
Yeah, it was good.
You guys get ad money? Like, if I put this in here, will you get like residuals or anything?
We've been trying for 4 years and I didn't come in.
Letter.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, I'll cover the label.
Mango Pepsi, like
it was good, and I've had the lime one before. The lime one is probably my favorite. It's better than the cherry.
You're wrong. You're just not right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run through a couple of these states real quick. Maine D states, Young Guns wins that massive 4-team tournament. With
4, yeah.
That sucks.
Like, and this is the thing. Like, they should team up with New Hampshire when it's that small.
Yeah, well, I mean, the New Hampshire teams could have came to that tournament, right? Because I know didn't
Yeah.
the Mass Wolverines go to not the Mass Wolverines? Murderers Row went to the Connecticut one.
I thought they were in Connecticut.
Oh, they're
wait,
registered
no.
out of no, that's the registered in Mass, aren't they?
I'll tell you right now. I get them up here.
But even this, I mean, we can go through them all. But even this weekend's, it was going to be a BC state, but this weekend's B states.
Yeah.
I think there's 8 teams in it.
Really? Yeah, they're out Ellington, Connecticut.
Okay, so they are registered out of Connecticut.
Yeah. In the Mass C states, you had a handful of guys playing up in that. Yeah. Spartans, Apex, and Angry Shamrocks going in. Angry Shamrocks won their first game against Yeti, and then one losers bracket game against Apex. So they went 1-2 at the C states. Spartan and Apex. Spartan goes 0-2. Apex goes 1-2. Sounded like it was just it. I didn't hear much about the actual game. Low scores.
It was hot, right?
Weekend.
Same thing in Torrington for the. Well, it wasn't Torrington. It was in Manchester and I think Vernon. These states, I heard that it was hot. The balls weren't going anywhere.
I mean, it's fucking. When it gets this thick, like it's just been like this forever. Tournament MVP Tommy Callahan, TC from Simonelli's offensive MVP.
He's their pitcher,
JP.
right?
Yeah. And then Ryan McElhaney, who hasn't made an out in the last 7 years, defensive tournament MVP for Simonelli's. What's this? Rhode Island. Rhode Island had a decent East State tournament. 8 teams. That's not bad.
That's better than some of the states.
Yeah. TPS wins that. Congratulations to. It was in Cranston. Nate Rogers with TPS, and then Frankie Sylvia of Hearts Construction tournament co-MVP.
I think last time we went to Cranston, Ryan had a hurt back for the finals and couldn't play.
Oh yeah.
Is Cranston a good field with all the bars around it?
No, yeah. I have no clue.
Cranston, definitely not a good field. I don't think there is a nice field in Rhode Island.
There's one.
Is there?
Atwood Ave.
Atwood
Ave is a good field. I don't know where that is, in what town or what it's called, but Atwood, I believe. So there's one. It's one field. It's built on a swamp, so it floods easy. But Sapola did a hell of a job with that field.
Okay.
Yeah.
We always played at the one. I'm pretty sure it's Cranston with the ghetto behind it.
With the tennis courts.
Yeah, basketball courts.
Yeah.
That's what Coco always talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
yeah, it was a long time ago.
That's Cranston. Yeah.
Yep.
Kirby.
Okay. Good old Kirby.
Was that D or E, Rye? When that
E.
was D. E.
No, it was E. 100%.
I think we won the winners bracket final at like 4:00 in the afternoon and just drank for 6 hours. They tried to kick us out of the tournament because we were so drunk.
Atwood is Cranston, so that's where when he runs these tournaments, he tries to have them finish at Atwood, which is in Cranston. So that's Hank Source is in Pawtucket, and that's the one you guys are talking about. Do want to bring up a quick little seniors as we're moving through some of these state tournaments. Derek Therian sent me a couple messages. Forgot to grab it from last week. Kirby Murphy and his senior 55 majors plus team. This was not during the Firecracker week. BPA Rawlings, Mike and Easton team won the Northeast Championship this past weekend in Syracuse. They went 5-0. Also, Kirby's team has now won 4 out of the 5 tourneys played this year.
Yeah, they're good.
Kirby, nice job. Not bad.
Congrats, Kirby.
We got an update. Wanted to let you know Kirby Murphy and his senior 55 major plus team, BPA, Rawlings, Mike, and Easton team won the Eastern National Championships this past weekend in Loudoun County, Virginia.
Yeah.
They went 5-0 for the weekend and will now represent the East. East and the East they now represent the East in the East versus West Championship that takes place before Worlds to determine who is the 1 or 2 seed in the World Championships in Las Vegas in September. Jesus. So they've won 5 out of the 6 tournaments they've played this year.
Yeah, they have a really, really good team.
They're gonna they better beat that fucking Western team.
Who's on that team? Anyone we know? Like any like
On that BPA team?
Sure.
Yeah, I can give me a second. There's definitely I don't know what team is on the West. What team out West is has one that Kirby's going to be facing off with, but. Damn, like you've won 5 out of 6 tournaments, and you're just kind of walking through. Like they went through the Northeast and the Eastern, and didn't lose a fucking game.
Right,
Yeah.
I think they were in Syracuse when you guys were there.
Yeah, they were. I think they were.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mike Dill, yeah, that's not a bad guy to have on that team as well.
Yeah.
I think Johnny
who's got
Bailey's on their team too.
Roberto,
He's a killer.
Yeah.
Ernie
He's still in
Donaldson.
really good shape.
Don Prost, Brian Brown, George Troop, Norm Forbes, Troy Dobb, Donnie Mayette, Reed Miller, Scott Morrison, Bob O'Brien, John Grady, Mike Dill, Bill Sempolsky, and Andrew
Yeah.
Perino.
Okay.
Bill Sempolsky's he's a Deluxe Bakery guy.
Yeah,
right?
Deluxe. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Jersey guy.
Look at this fucking team. Like, Jesus Christ.
Mike,
they're not.
when I was in Syracuse, we were out to eat, and we saw Jeff. He's a Hall of Famer, man.
Jeff Wallace.
Jeff, yeah, was it Jeff Wallace? Did
Yeah.
you hear the story? Fella fucking got his autograph.
Yeah.
He went up to him. It was fucking hilarious. They were just shooting the shit, talking softball, and yeah, it was
he's
funny.
He's from that area.
Yeah, he was right next to us. Yeah.
Fucking Kirby looks like a 12-year-old in that back row.
Guy hit it hard in the gym still.
Holy shit. Look, you got Santa Claus wherever you go.
He's-
Like,
yeah.
These guys are 55 plus.
Yeah, 55 plus.
Some of these guys do not look that old, man.
Yeah.
Even Santa Claus doesn't look that fucking old.
No.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw this team showing up just dressed like that, I know we're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah, that age, yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
I never looked that. Like, even when I went to play ball at college, that is, I never looked that fucking.
The dude in the middle looks like he's 30 years old.
Which one?
The one to the, if you're looking at it, I think it's to the right of the guy holding the trophy. He looks like he's fucking 30 years old. Look at
This
him.
one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Might want to try and pick him up for the weekend.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Even the guy at the end on the right, he don't look 55.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, you start hitting that age though, you get some special protein shakes in you, and you're looking good.
Yeah. I guess.
You know.
So they've played. So it's August. They've played 6 tournaments. I know senior ball doesn't get a ton of tournaments. I know these guys travel a lot for it too. You know, they don't play locally. Syracuse is probably the closest, at least in this Northeast. But man, I'm curious to see if senior ball grows over the next couple of years.
I can't wait.
That's
So
all I hear from guys.
I just started playing this year. I just turned 40, and I was reluctant to play. And like my first experience in league, it wasn't very good. Like there's still people being drama queens. I'm like, this is not what I want. And then I went and played in Syracuse, my first tournament, and it was great. Didn't know that you could go 8 feet behind the rubber, so that helped calm me down, like on the mound. But it was fun. Yeah, it was good, and I'm looking forward to playing more. But in the beginning, I wasn't really into it, I'd say. But
So you were at that Syracuse tournament. You were playing the 40 over.
Yeah.
How did you like the senior ball compared to right now? Like compared to tournament ball? I mean, it's all tournament. You know what I mean? I like tournament ball better. I just like playing tougher competition. Like it's weird. Like I don't get gratification out of like just steamrolling people. Like I want to still like compete, even if it's tight games and we lose. Like I feel like better. I just like the atmosphere a little bit better. But the 40 and over was good. It got intense a little bit, so it's still like competitive. But I like the flow of the game, like the 5 runs, the pitching behind the rubber. Like it was good. It was. Who have I talked to? I talked to somebody recently, probably over the last 2 months, maybe a little more now. Brought up, or maybe it was Heaven on his on Softball Uncensored, saying, "What if you added in a rule where there could only be 8 runs scored per inning?"
Yeah. I mean, I like
For
I don't
regular
know if
ball,
they
not
could do it.
senior ball, but like tournament ball.
Yeah, tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd have to be like one of those like pilot things, like you try one out and see how people liked
Mhm.
it. And you have to keep the open inning, the free inning, and the last inning. It's open. You can score as many.
Yes.
So you'd have to do that because the games would. If you put up 24 runs, and the other team puts up one or two, like mathematically you can't catch up.
Game's over.
Yeah. So we actually had that happen one time. So
How'd you guys do when you went out
we
there?
did good. We won.
Okay.
There was one team that was ranked higher than us. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what we are, major or super major, but whatever we are, there was one team higher, but we beat them twice. Maybe they were missing guys. I don't know.
But it was that's interesting. I didn't know you played. I'd be curious to see. I want to get out to one. I would like to even experience it. You know, these senior bats, some of them. You see some of these guys. Holy shit,
dude! I hit one the Friday before the firecracker.
I don't know what. So Chris Goyette, he helps run our team. He just texted me tonight. They're gonna put a team in the over 40 firecracker at the Plex.
Oh yeah, Labor Day weekend.
The end of August. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if we have a full team, but I don't know what you're doing. I could probably get you on there.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, we'll talk, and I'll talk to Goyette. Yeah. I think he's trying to like literally field the team, so I don't think it's anything serious.
I think Kirby. I think Kirby has played in that. I know, like the older division's usually really fucking good.
They do a 35 and over for that too, right?
35, 40. I think last year there was like 6 or 7 divisions between the men and women.
I was supposed to play last year in it, but I cut my hand on the same day, like before going, so I had to bow out.
Well, that's stay away from fucking anything short. Yeah, Kirby's team BPA is going to be there, so
that's cool.
Fuck, that'd be fun just to watch them play and see these guys. I've talked to some guys that got a chance to play against them in the firecracker before, and it's legit.
But in the senior firecracker, you swing your own bats, right? I don't think it's supplied. I don't think it's supplied.
I don't think they would last, honestly.
Yeah,
supplied bat, senior bat. I don't think.
Yeah, I think you swing your own bats.
Get him one of your anarchies, then maybe.
Hey,
the Hummer.
Anarchy. Hummer was hitting bombs with his bat. Humdog.
Love that. Yeah, you do swing your own bat at that firecracker. So
yeah.
Real quick, going to run through the New Hampshire E states before we have Brandon Newton join us. The Firecracker Gold Flight MVP from Pro Action. STS out of New Hampshire wins the E Division Tournament MVP, goes to Max Vignola and David Gagnon from Silver Creek RPM. Nice little touch there to have Max win the MVP. STS, this is a team that had not been doing well over the last couple of years in E, not sandbagging, just kind of a bunch of buddies playing, and now they win. Hopefully they continue to do well at nationals and they move up to D next year. But that's what you want to see out of E's, right? And like 10 teams, and there was 12 teams at New Hampshire E states. Massachusetts had a 10-team E states where Chosen One Apparel forced the if game and won it, took down the Fuel Dogs, we talked about after the Beast from David Cooley's notes. So Chosen One Apparel wins there. Nelson Rodriguez Jr., tournament MVP. Jonathan DaCosta, offensive MVP. And Juan Figueroa. I'm bad with those names.
So they had Mass C states, right?
Yes.
This past weekend. And the Vermont boys didn't come down to play. Like they're not playing any state tournament.
They're playing in New Hampshire this weekend for D.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think they had to tap some maple trees. The maple syrup mafia. Green Mountain boys, from where they are to Taunton, that's a hike. You know, they had the firecracker.
Yeah.
I understand why they wouldn't have played in the C Mass states. That's
Yeah.
a lot 3 weekends in a row.
So what are they going to do next year?
Play D, play C. But I think it's different too, right? When your schedule is built out and you can build it out and you're going to the Plex, you're going to Taunton, you can do it where it's not so crazy. Yes, you're going to have to play back to back. Actually, are they? They may not have to play in the states necessarily.
I don't know. I just think it's going to be a lot of hotels for them. Because I mean, those are long rides. You play, they're good. You know what I mean? They're going to be into late in the tournaments. You're going to drive fucking 4, 5, 6 hours at 11 o'clock at night.
Well, let's say you get 2 in New Hampshire.
Mhm.
So you get a Beast and you get a New Hampshire C.
Mhm.
Let's say you go to Taunton twice, right? So you spread that out. So you go to Taunton twice. There's 4. You go to Connecticut for the Firecracker.
Northeast shootout, maybe.
Northeast shootout early on. So there's 6 tournaments.
Mhm.
6 tournaments, and then you're playing. Maybe they play some ASA. Maybe you're playing in some different tour. I don't know. Like it is going to be tough for them, but it was tough for Syracuse Smoke too, and they.
Yeah.
But they had Tony Caruso, great sponsor. They had guys sponsoring them. Helmer was helping out too with them.
Yeah.
So, that's what the Maple Syrup Mafia, Green Mountain Boys need some help with next year, is to find a sponsor to help them with some of the cost for those hotel rooms. They're doing some fundraising right now. They're doing a jersey buy-in. They're doing some other stuff for Worlds. I think that's what they're going to have to do.
I haven't looked at any. They have to be one of the favorites to win the Worlds.
Yeah, I mean you're
not
two
just
in the
because,
you're
not
two
just
in
because
Worlds.
we've seen them play, but they have to be.
It's so hard to predict who can win a D World. Like, there's so many teams. Like, so many teams you haven't seen.
Yeah, but I mean, you can look at the
It's
Titans. You can look at the Titans last year. They were one of the favorites last year.
Were they?
Oh,
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
We went into the Worlds last year saying Titans should have a run. The only thing we thought that may hurt them a little bit was the fact that they didn't play outside of Long Island a ton.
Okay.
And they said, "Fuck you, pay me, watch me win the fucking thing."
Yeah.
But Ryan, you're right though. It's hard to predict because so much of what happens at Worlds, especially when you're at 100+ team tournament, even an 80+ team tournament, is your bracket.
Yeah.
That's it. How the bracket lays. Like, but we said that about them too at the Firecracker. They beat Murderers Row, and then they had all the C teams on their side of the bracket, and they just kind of went after it and
they
did a hell of a job.
17-10. Like, it wasn't like
I think, Mike, did we play them?
No.
Who did we play though that Josh pitched for? And
Titans. You played the Titans. We're talking about the Green Mountain Boys from Vermont.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about the Titans.
Yeah, we were, but we're
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, the Green Mountain Boys beat Chick-fil-A?
17-10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Firecracker.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Titans. Oh, okay.
No, the Green Mountain Boys beat Chick-fil-A, Reloaded, Murderers Row.
Well, so then that's a good way to put them up there as a favorite then. Okay, I thought we were talking about the Titans.
No.
Okay.
But the Titans, and that's the thing. The Titans last year at Worlds won a lot of close games. And McCorson's saying it here. Their skinny pitcher is really good, and their center fielder's no joke.
Okay. What's up, Mark?
Ty Delphia is their pitcher. Guy's great in the middle too. Does a great job on the bump. And then their center fielder, if you want to give me 2 seconds so I can give him his proper due, if you will. Oh, fucking Christ, Silas. Where did you text it to me? Oh, here it is. Nope. But their center fielder is probably one of the best center fielders in the Northeast.
Okay.
At this level. I saw him in Rochester at the fence throw it straight to the dish. Adam Newton. Adam Newton.
Okay.
Kid's awesome. And it was, I mean, I'm telling you, it was right to the catcher. Like it wasn't, you didn't have to move.
You hear it hissing in.
Yeah, and you have to really hit a gap against these guys because they cover it well. And you know, of course, again, their defense is going to be lights out. There's a reason why we call them the Vermontish. Like they are the Vermont Amish.
Amish, they play Amish style, yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking no joke, man.
All right.
There he goes. He just sent it to me again. Thanks, Silas. Yeah, Adam Newton. But this is going to be, it's a fun team. And they, you know, again, the biggest thing about being at Worlds is staying in the winner's bracket, staying out of the loser's bracket. Because if you go in that loser's bracket early at Worlds,
you're screwed.
You might as well just fucking find out where you want to hang out Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, Worlds is the breaks going your way, getting hot, getting confident, and you know, believing in each other, and that's it. Like you could have the greatest year ever and shit the bed, or vice versa.
We've seen it. Yeah. You've seen it many times? You can count how many teams out there that you're saying this team's going to go down and do well and shit the bed, or
all the time.
You walk away saying, "What the fuck?"
That even happened to me the year 2017. We were the major team. We had the fucking path laid to the finals, and we lost our first game.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everyone got beat before us. Like we win our first game, we're cakewalk to the finals. We get beat in the fucking first game by
rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
And my B team beat the brakes off them the week before. I'm talking. We flip flop 25 piece them in the A Worlds.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
The last major at Disney.
I'll never forget one of the best lines ever. I can't remember who said it on my team, but he got into second base after hitting a double. He's like, "Looks like bad draw. Got a bad draw," and they were fucking pissed. But it was just a great line and a true line.
Wow. It's yeah, Joe. What happened, Silas? What happened with Jobin when you guys were E? You were a top team around here. You went down and didn't do great at the. You won the Firecracker or won nationals, and then did okay at Worlds. Yeah, Jobin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not last year, but the year before as an E team.
Yeah.
But again, it really is. That draw is such a big thing about it. How are you matching up, and what fields are you on? I don't think the field conditions are going to matter to these guys as much, to be honest with you.
But I think
probably help them, right?
I think
in a low scoring game they might be better off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but they can whack it with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't think Vieira is as big as a factor as it was in the beginning. I think people have stopped getting in their heads where the wind's blowing and what field they're on compared to how it was when like the first couple of years, because I don't think the fields were a factor last year in a lot of games. Unless you're on, Wilson when it's gusting in or Easton when it's gusting in, but still.
Easton is the only field that's like equalizer.
But even last year,
unless you got nice thick shavers.
But even last year on Easton, there were some high scoring games. So I think it's just.
Like, who'd we play that year that? They were just cutting it through Easton in the wind. Like, you might not have been on my team, but no one was sniffing even the warning track, and there's a couple of their hitters were cutting it out. I'm like, we lost like 9-4. I'm like, this is fucking.
And then we folded after. So that's when.
No. This is at Worlds.
Oh, Worlds.
No. You're correct. That's the year. Yeah. That's the exact game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Folded.
Yeah, you're right. And I wonder how much
got cut and got brought back.
Yeah.
How much is the building up around the fields? How much has that helped the wind, or is it more just people are more comfortable down there now?
I think, like Mike said, I feel like the only field that always plays bad is the Red Easton one. The one where it's always the building out and right, but then it's the parking lot and left. The one that's always gusting in. Yeah. That's the field that just stays shitty, but the rest of them seem to be pretty good. Like I never noticed much.
And I think the ball is an equalizer now. That the Pro-Am, the hardcore, it's changed the game at Worlds.
You need those at Worlds though.
Yeah.
You can't be hitting those fucking shit ass balls at Worlds. It's a joke.
Some of those, the balls we've had when we've gone down were good. I know that one year, the COVID year, you guys had some balls that were. It depended on where they were manufactured.
Yeah, dude, those
The DV ball,
DV
right?
balls,
Right?
yeah. The Death
was a
Valley
joke.
balls.
Yeah. That was 2022.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it was what?
No.
Vietnam was the bad one, China was the good. No, China was the bad one, Vietnam was the good one.
A good one, yeah.
It was 2021, Mike, when we won.
Yeah.
Because there was like we were ripping and ripping, and then one inning for like 2 or 3 innings. I don't think either team scored more than 2 runs.
Oh.
And it was the shitty ass ball. Can't remember what happened to that ball, but all I know is that the next inning when we hit, we had a different ball in, and we scored a lot of runs. Yeah, must have went missing. Yeah.
We're gonna have Brandon Newton joining us here momentarily. We're here with the Snyder brothers. Ryan joining us here, which I gotta tell you what, the fact that JB has named all the MVPs for the men's firecracker after after somebody that was instrumental into Connecticut softball is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really awesome, man, and unexpected. I had no idea. He actually told us at the my dad's wake, when he came through the line. So it was really cool and really thankful that he did that. And I thanked him so many times. So it was an awesome gesture.
That's fun. Kind of memorialize your father and always be a part of it from here on out, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
It was his favorite. It was his favorite weekend of the year.
Yeah.
Because what field would he used to take a field, right?
Yeah. He would rake the shitty ass box in between each game, like he was fixing it, But he took pride in it, and he just loved watching softball all day. Like, he would finish his games up there. He'd drive out to the Plex, watch us play, and then he'd be back at it Sunday morning. So
I like that little Norton Field, that place in Plainville. It's not a bad little spot.
It is. It's a good league night. It's a great league night park.
Yeah. Too bad there hasn't been a league in fucking 4 years because people are pussies.
Yeah, they're too busy fucking sucking on their douche flutes and playing video games.
Yeah.
A douche flute is a vape, in case you wanted to know. Yeah. All right.
I thought they were just giving electronic blowjobs.
Probably that too.
But I gotta tell you, come on, college football's out. I'm taking UConn. UConn. I'm trying to grow the program. I just joined the American Athletic Conference.
Oh, in the video game.
Yeah. I'm trying to grow them and to get them into a power conference. All right.
They should fold the program. It's a fucking waste of money.
It hasn't been good for.
It was good for like 2 years, honestly, and then
there was a couple years. Bigger. We went to we're at the Orange Bowl. 1 year,
and they got beat 52-3 by Oklahoma.
And no right being there, but they won the Big East because like Miami lost the last game.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like a big UConn fan. I was done wrong when I was a kid by Jim Calhoun in his basketball camp, so I'm a hater of them. So, but yeah, they just set back the basketball program for years. Luckily, they got it back. Mm-hmm. But just the football team is
and it's crazy because the rest of their sports teams are phenomenal. Baseball, hockey.
Baseball's awesome. Hockey's improving. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You should see their new hockey rink.
Good.
It's sick.
Really?
Unbelievable. Yeah. We my cousin's daughter plays UConn softball. So after the game, we went and saw the hockey rink. It's unbelievable.
Because their old one was it looked like it looked like a nice prep school rink.
Yeah, this is the real deal.
That's awesome. Yeah, you're right. Field hockey's good. Like I can't think of a UConn sport that's not good. And you look at the Olympics. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people out here that played there. Mm-hmm. UConn has come a long way, for sure. So, what, Ryan? When are you playing next?
So I have so much softball. It's just crazy how things have changed in like the matter of 3 days. So I went to going from having like 2 softball tournaments to like now I have like 6. So I have family vacation Friday. Then after that, I'm playing in a charity tournament. My buddy Anthony Pagano, they play a wood bat tournament. Then I have One Nation Worlds, and I'm doing the Firecracker. And then I'm going to play in Cape Cod for a police tournament because I did a fundraiser for the officer. I had those batting gloves made. And
Nice.
I'm going to play with his team. And then I'm going to Vegas for 40, and then I'm going to Worlds for USA. So it's like, yeah, it
You
picked
got
up.
you got a couple things going on now.
Yeah, I'm blaming Pudge and Cody for this. So I just added some shit into my life that
Not a bad couple guys to hang out with though and travel around with for a couple weekends.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm a ball buster. I don't know if you know that, but once I get to know, like, I'll be right in the thick of things with that team. They've got a good bunch of guys. So
If Pudge is on that team, you better have some thick skin.
oh fuck yeah, they're gonna have some problems with me and him. So Mike knows. Mike knows how I do it. I don't give a shit who you are. You're getting it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, looks like Newman isn't going to be able to make it tonight. We'll grab him another time.
Typical Californian.
You know, do you want to talk
It's just
about?
a 3-hour time difference.
Yeah, that's
Maybe he's making stir fry or something. What is it? 6:15 there.
avocado, maybe an avocado bowl.
He's probably drinking soy milk and all that shit. Yeah.
Well, Ryan, awesome to have you back on here again. Great talk with you.
Yep.
Are the guys from your old team jealous that you're playing?
Well, which team? Which old team?
The ones that can't play
Empire?
anymore.
No, and I feel that's just a shitty situation.
I agree.
I feel bad for the guys because there's some good players there that can't play, and Verb. I love Verb, even though whatever. I'm glad he did what he did. I don't give a fuck. I know it sucks for him now, but whatever. I'm not going to elaborate, but love Verb. I hope in a year and a half when we're back, he's back out there. But no, they're happy. They're a good bunch. I played with them for years, on and off.
Yeah.
Love all those guys. After this blows over, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But I know they're hurting that they can't play, so it sucks.
Yeah. It does. It's once I heard that, I understand the way everything fell. It also sucks that the guys that weren't really involved in it also were affected by it.
Yeah.
But I understand, so we can keep playing softball at the Plex.
Yeah.
Certain, extremes had to happen. So
yeah.
It's awesome. Well, Ryan, good luck playing in your 43 tournaments in the next 2 weekends.
All right. Maybe I'll figure this thing out again.
We'll talk to you.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll see you next week. Everybody have a good one.
See you next
We'll
week.
talk to you.
See ya.